What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are predicting Crown Jewels 2025. Jumping into the first match, it is Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Foucault for the Women's Crown Jewels Championship. It's face versus face. Someone who is undefeated versus a newcomer with the title. I think Tiffany Stratton deserves the win more than Stephanie because Tiffany Stratton is undefeated. Tiffany Stratton has been holding the title a lot longer than Stephanie Foucault. I like Stephanie. She's a great wrestler, one of my favorites right now. But I feel like Tiffany Stratton should get the win. Jumping into the next match, it is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. This is the only match on the card with a actual storyline like that's going on right now. And it's just the cringiest storyline too. They treat it like a soap opera, and it's just bad. And I can kind of tell who's going to win. I feel like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are going to win because, one, it's in Australia where Rhea Ripley is from, and Kairi Sane might, refuse to do something Asuka says, and just, she can't make herself do it, so that gets, a opening for Rhea and Io. Jumping into the next match, it is Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. The fact that it is a street fight tells me a bunch of people are going to get involved. Jay, Braun, maybe a few others. Jimmy will try to get involved, but I think Jimmy would be the reason Roman Reigns loses, because that's the story they've been brewing. It could be I think it's going to be an accident, but that's the story they were saying. Roman, Jimmy, they're not really connecting. Jay and Roman, they're really connecting. They're understanding each other. The match itself has no build at all. It's just Roman returned last week, and then on Raw, they made the match official because Bronson interrupted and Paul Heyman said the match is happening. But I think Jimmy is going to accidentally cost Roman in the street fight, and Bronson Reed picks up the victory. And then they will have a War Games match, and Roman's team will win. Jumping into the next match, it is the next champion versus champion match for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. What they did on Raw tells me that Seth Rollins is going to win this match because he was afraid of losing to Cody. He said, "I cannot lose to Cody." Paul Heyman said, "You won't." And he kept saying, "But what if I lose?" And he kept saying it even though Paul Heyman kept telling him, "You're not going to lose." So that tells me Seth Rollins is going to win. Maybe there's going to be a new member to the group. I just don't see Cody walking out with the victory, and Rollins needs the win. Not only because of what they did on Raw, but out of all their matches, Seth Rollins hasn't won a single one. When they're facing each other, Rollins always loses. And so this would be a time to have Seth Rollins shine and pursue his dominance, and maybe even elevate the World Heavyweight Championship. So I got Seth Rollins. Jumping into the last match, it is AJ Styles versus John Cena. This match was officially made on social media because John Cena tweeted something out, and AJ Styles, he was like, "Alright, let's make this match happen." Triple H announced it. They wanted it to be on a Raw, or at least in Cena's tweet, it was on a Raw. But it's happening at Crown Jewels. This match could go either way. I think this is going to be the hardest match to predict. They're both retiring soon. Cena's retiring at the end of the year. AJ Styles is retiring halfway through 2026. So they're both on the verge of retiring. Again, it could go either way. AJ Styles, the only one building it because Cena can't. He can't show up. Otherwise, they have to take an appearance off. So, it was just AJ Styles building up this match. He did a pretty good job. And I could see AJ winning the match. Maybe like a Cena's way of thinking AJ. Because they're also both tied 2-2 in their career. They faced each other 4 times. Both of them won 2 matches. So, I guess as a thank you, I can see AJ Styles winning the match. As a thank you from Cena. That was going to be a very nice video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.